For the African, everything is art, most especially the Yoruba people. Fashion, hairstyle, names, even our religion, everything is art. Nothing is random. Our eulogy, our names, our greetings, everything is art. Communicative and expressive art. We are always communicating. There is a message in everything.
The Art We Wear is a project I've been on for quite some time, and the idea is to feature three aspects of the Yoruba fashion or style that I see as very, very creative and unique. Not only unique, but I believe they are forms of expression that goes beyond just the style. For me, everything about the Yoruba culture is art. That's how I see it. And so I see art in these fashion expressions. And that's like how everything about we the Yorubas, I think that's largely how we are. In our names, in our dance, in our religion, everything just as art. And beyond the aesthetics of the art, there is always expression, communication of ideas, and that's what I try to look at.
Culture is not stagnant, it's rotating. A time is coming that what we are thinking that we have forgotten now will come back. The idea of wearing the ashoke had already gone in the past, some years past, but it's coming back now. So it should be coming and be going. But the originality, to keep the originality, is through documentary and through pictures. Right? Because they will still see some people who are interested in the past. That, okay, how do we do this? How are they doing it then? How can we involve it in this modern time? We can still see some people that will be interested. And if they don't see, if they can't see, if they can't hear, then there will be problem. This is what we are doing now. Right? Doing documentary for the generations to come. Pictures of the past for the sake of the future.
It's an ever-evolving world, and the world of cross-cultural contact. We cannot do away with that, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful when cultures come together. We meet new people, we're exposed to new things, which is beautiful. But one important thing is, if we are not careful as a people, we will forget who we are. And there's a lot of threat on our identity in terms of our language, our culture, our dress sense, our style, our personality, who we are as a people. And one of the ways of knowing and retaining our identity is by knowing where we're coming from, is by understanding the past, our past. One of the ways of reminding us is through visual elements or visual works like what we're trying to create here. And that's why, we just wanted to create a body of work where we can look at key elements in our fashion that has always been there, but over the years I've of course definitely gone through different an evolution, different and reconstruction or recreation, but looking at how we did it in the past. And so we started with Omidan Styles Defunct, which is the part where we featured hairstyles that were in vogue in pre-colonial / early post-colonial Yoruba era. Also, the Gele part also featured some old styles which some of us grew up knowing, which were also probably prevalent amongst the older generation. Yes, there's still the Gele as a very key fashion item, but there's been an evolution. Things are quite different now. And then the third part is the Agbada. Now, Agbada is the third item in a three-piece outfit of the Yoruba: the buba, the shokoto, and the Agbada. Agbada has quite been redefined over the times, over years, and the style is so much changing. And I just wanted to showcase, the fact that this apart from them being fashion items, there's a lot of art in them: the embroidery, the sewing, and then most especially, beyond being fashion pieces or clothing pieces or styles, there's a lot of communication.
Agbada is part of our traditional attire, which I believe is not a strange thing to our fathers. But today it has become a new thing, or would I say a new dress to the modern generation, because they believe that it is only when you have an occasion, right, like a naming ceremony, marriage, or some other things like that, they believe you can put on an Agbada. But it's never like that. It wasn't like that in the past, right? Because I could remember my father is a farmer, and I was young when I've noticed that even when he was going to the farm, he would put on Agbada. Though he would not use it to work there, but at least he would put it on while going and while coming back home. So it wasn't a different dress from every other part of types of wear that we have in Yoruba land. And I believe the reason why this is so is because we are drifting away from our background, maybe as a result of Western education, imported religion.
When some people will say, they will say Oyinbo as their mode of dressing, they have 3-piece suit. We have 4-piece suit. I will not even be surprised if what the Oyinbo man derived their 3-piece suit from wasn't from Yoruba couture. From time immemorial, Yoruba have always had 4-piece suit. They will have the pant, shokoto. They will have something underneath on top of the shokoto. Then they will have the buba, and then they will have the agbada. Yoruba people are highly cultured people. Yoruba people's style of dressing is not compared with anybody in the world. But all of a sudden, we abandoned our own mode of dressing.
When you are tying gele, or when you want to wear it for an occasion, there are some occasions that you don't really need to tie something very elaborate. You just make it casual. For like burial occasion, you can make it very big because it's a funeral. And when you are going for an introduction party, like for your friend, a friend's introduction party, you don't have to put what is very bogus on your head. You have to just make it moderate, very small and moderate.
Lórí àjíbọ̀tọ̀kọ. a gbé yẹ̀wò nínú àkójọpọ̀ yìí ni wípé a ṣe owó ní 5, a dẹ̀ di ọlọ́gẹ̀dẹ̀ alágbàgbà, a dẹ̀ di ṣùkú pàkọ́, a di owó ní 5, a dẹ̀ di kóróbá, a dẹ̀ di kòlẹ́sẹ̀. Ìyàtọ̀ tí mo rí ní ìgbà yẹn sí tìsìn sí tòde òní ó ní pé ìgbà yẹn irun ò kì í pẹ́ lórí èèyàn bíi tàsìkò yìí. Ìjọ́ mẹ́jọ náà máa ń di. Ìgbà yẹn a máa sọ pé ẹ má fọṣẹ sí o, tẹ́ ẹ bá ti fọṣẹ sí àní lè mú o, kò ní ṣe é dì o. Ṣùgbọ́n nísìn tọ́wọ́n bá fọṣẹ sí irun sìn kò ní dán dáadáa. Àwọn èèyàn máa sọ pé kọ́ fọṣẹ sí o kó lè dán dáadáa. Tìsìn tán bá ilé dì báyìí ẹlòmíì gbé lọ́sẹ̀ kan oṣù kan kó tó tu. Ìgbà yẹn ìjọ́ mẹ́jọ ni irun dídì. Ìmọ́tótó dẹ̀ wà ń gbà yẹn fáwọn ọmọge ìgbà yẹn ju tìsìn lọ.
The beautiful thing that I discovered, which is one thing I think is unique for us as a people, is that everything has meaning. Nothing is random. There's a message behind everything. For instance, in the female hairstyles, there's the hairstyles for the omid or for the young women. There's the style that, oh, this is for the abilékos, which is like the married women. This is the type of hairstyle for royalty. And I discovered that also in Gele and the Agbada. You know, Agbada there's the Agbada for royalty. When you see this, you can tell, oh, this person is from a royal background. When you see the one for the everyday casual wear, it is quite different. And there's, you know, just different things like that. Even the embroidery makes a statement. Everything has meaning. The Gele styles too, there's the style where, oh, this is for this kind of occasion, it's for this kind of event. And you know, there's a lot of meaning in those things, and I just find out unique. Now I always wanted to look at, because largely these days, do these things still carry the same meaning? Do they still carry the same essence as they used to, or we're just too conscious about aesthetics, about modernizing them, and then we are gradually losing the essence behind this, you know, these ideas, these styles on these fashion items.
We have different kinds. We have agbada alabe. Now, some agbada that you can just wear on casual basis. I mean, the generation of today thought that agbada is meant for important occasions. That is why they could not differentiate between those agbada that are meant for occasions. If you want to know the agbadas that are meant for different occasions like that, like marriage ceremony, chieftaincy, and some other things like that, you see the way our kings sew the agbada. Now you see that it's different completely from every other ordinary agbada. It is the kind of the embroidery that will determine the kind of occasion that the agbada is meant for.
Yoruba couture is the best. Sanyan, Etu, Alahari, Babasho, sewn into agbada, sewn into eshiki, sewn into buba and shokoto. And then our biriwana, tongo bubu. Our women who wear bubu, who wear other styles. A lot of other styles these days created by our seasoned fashion designers. They worth money over there in outside of Nigeria. They worth money. So stop looking at what is coming from the overseas all the time. I'm not saying be stuck with what you are, but take at least 85% of what you use to be locally made there, 15% foreign.
My advice for the nowadays youth who are drifting away from our culture is to try to speak to our elderly person, seek their advices on what to do, and then not to dress just anyhow in a way that expose our body, especially ladies. As a Yoruba girl, I don't have to expose my body to show my beauty, no.
Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọ̀nà wọn la fi dá àṣà nù pàápàá láti ọwọ́ àwọn òbí wa. Wọ́n torí pé àwọn òbí gẹ́gẹ́ ló yẹ kí wọ́n máa kọ́ ọmọ wọn ní àṣà. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ gan wọn mọ àṣà yìí. Ẹ wo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ó ní bá ṣe ń kíyàn lóríṣiríṣi. Ǹjẹ́ a mọ̀ tí jẹ́ kíkíni? Yorùbá ló ní àṣà kíkíni jù. Ẹ kú ìdájí, ó ní yaago. Ẹ káàárọ̀, ó ní yaago. Ẹ kú ìyálẹ̀ta, ó ní yaago. Ẹ káàsán, ó ní yaago. Ẹ kú ìrọ̀lẹ́, ó ní yaago. Tá bá rẹni tó ń bọ̀ láti ibi tó ti ń bọ̀, ẹ káàbọ̀ o. Tá bá rẹni tó ń ṣe ẹ kú iṣẹ́ o. Lóríṣiríṣi Yorùbá fẹ́ràn àṣà kíni, ṣùgbọ́n ǹjẹ́ àwa gangan fúnra lára wa tá jẹ́ aláṣà. Ǹjẹ́ a mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó yẹ ká gbé lárugẹ ní gbogbo tó jẹ mọ́ àṣà Yorùbá. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan ló ti sọnù nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àṣà òun láti sọnù. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àṣà láti sọnù.
Kò yẹ ká máa gba gbogbo nǹkan láti òkè òkun ká máa fi borí àṣà tiwa mọ́lẹ̀. Ó yẹ ká gbé àṣà wa lárugẹ ni. Ẹ lè rí àwọn òyìnbó nísìn kan sọ pé kó fi àṣà tí wọ́n lẹ̀ kó máa ṣe àṣà tí wọ́n bí báyìí. Gbogbo nta bá ti gbà báyìí àti gbà sódì nìyẹn. Ẹ wo orú àwọn ọmọ nísìn bọ́mọ bá ṣe gbọ́ Yorùbá sí tó gùdù ní Yorùbá sí bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló ṣe máa gùdù ní òyìnbó sí. Ẹ wá wò nísìn òbí mi gan ibi tó bá ti bá pé ọmọ òun ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí ló máa ní òun fowó ná kí ló dé tó sọ Yorùbá o gbọ́dọ̀ sọ Yorùbá kò dé ká sọ àṣà wa nù. Yorùbá ló lédè àpọ́nlé jù. Yorùbá ó jẹ́dè tó lápọ́nlé gan. Tó mo rọ àwọn èèyàn wa ká má gbàgbé àṣà wa, ká má gbé àṣà wa lárugẹ, ká má sọ àṣà wa nù.
Of course, every work of art has its own limitations. I won't say we've done everything. I wish there was a lot more we could do. Showcase more styles, probably showcase more Agbada, yes. And I just want to start a conversation. Hope that anybody can pick it up from there, do more. We can also revisit, but it's just our own little way of communicating what is in the mind and communicating a message that we want the people to remember, most especially as a cultural people. I want us to remember our culture. I want us to remember our identity as a people, even in the midst of ever-changing, ever-evolving world. Let's retain who we are. Let's remember who we are, and let's stay true to ourselves and tell the world proudly who we are. We are Yorubas. We are Africans, and that is who we are.